Hi, my name is Bill Schaffler. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at People Report and Black Box Intelligence, and I'm here to report to you today the November restaurant industry snapshot. Restaurant industry sales in the month of November were 0.83%, which was slightly better than the prior month of 0.6%, but still relatively weak. The problem that most operators are talking about right now is negative traffic, and we saw that in the results as well. Negative traffic occurred in November. It was negative 2.2%, and that's been pretty consistent through the course of 2011. Now, we also report on food and beverage sales in our snapshot, and both of those were in positive territory as well in the month of November, but alcohol sales outpaced food again. Alcohol sales have actually been stronger than most of the metrics that we track all year, so that's been a pretty strong category. We also report on regional data, and in terms of the snapshot, we're able to give you a glimpse at the best and worst regions. The best region in November was Florida. It was a positive 1.9%, and the worst region was the Southwest at negative 0.9%. Now, what I can say there to give you a little bit more flavor on that is Florida's actually been positive and at the best most of the year. And so Florida's had a good year compared to all the other regions of the country. Now, consistently at the bottom, we haven't really seen a region that's performed worse than others, but Southwest was in that category during the month of November. I can also say that we're encouraged by the number of DMAs that reported positive sales in November. We had 69 DMAs, which was 71% of the 98 DMAs that we're tracking that were in positive territory, and that number is up from prior month. We talk about job growth as well when we report our snapshot, and in the month of November, job growth was up 2%, and that led the previous month in which it was a positive 0.8%. So we are seeing job growth accelerate in the month of November compared to prior months this year. Maybe that has a correlation to what we're seeing in the unemployment rate going from 9.2 to 8.6%, but again, we're encouraged by the job growth we're seeing in the industry overall. We also report on turnover, and what we can report in the month of November is that on a quarter-to-date basis, management turnover continues to go up, and on a year-to-date basis it is up as well. It's been up every month that we've been looking at this year. However, hourly turnover on a quarter-to-date basis, so for the months of October and November, that's actually down slightly in the hourly category, although on a year-to-date basis it has consistently been going up. So something to watch and something we'll report on every month. And then finally, we have research that we are reporting through Consumer Edge. Consumer Edge research is actually reported about the consumer and what they're feeling in terms of their willingness to spend in the industry. And there is an index that we're able to report in the snapshot called Restaurant Willingness to Spend. And in the month of November, that willingness to spend reported by the consumer actually went up, and it went up in October as well. So we are encouraged that we're seeing consumers say that they're more willing to go out and spend money in your restaurants. We feel like it may have bottomed out in September because it had been coming down almost every month during the year 2011, and now that it's rising again, we're encouraged by that. So that wraps up the month of November. We appreciate the time that you spend with us. And we also like to give a shout out to one of our members every month. This month we like to give a shout out to Liz Allison, who's the Director of DataWorks at Brinker. She's been incredibly supportive of what we do and has been incredibly valuable to us in terms of making recommendations for ways that we can serve all of our members better. And so we appreciate Liz very much. With that, again, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope, and all of us here at People Report and Black Box Intelligence, hope you have a great holiday season.